show you what I purchased from a local lady here in town in which I am at. Is called The Van. It's right outside of Suffolk. About 25-minute vehicle ride out of Suffolk. And the things they make are just phenomenal. And I bought this, which is a bedspread. You could use it as a bedspread or a wall hanging decoration or whatever you want, really. But I think I'll just use it as a bedspread. But everything here is handmade. All this material, this hemp was harvested from the marijuana plant itself. And then they do whatever they have to do in order to turn it into thread. And then they dye it. This is batik. They dye it. And there's a whole process to it. It's quite interesting. There's an interview that I did with a lady from the Red Doe group, the Red Doe culture, and she explained quite a bit of it. But this here is all hand stitched. This colored portion that you see is all hand stitched. And then it's phenomenal work. All this right here is hand stitched. So it takes them a very, very long time to make like a bedspread like this. Everything is just handmade. It's phenomenal. I can't even imagine how long it took them to make a bedspread, but I had to buy it. It was just amazingly beautiful. This cost me 1.2 million dong, which is not much at all in US dollars. I think it was like $49. And I imagine this would have taken them possibly maybe a year to make. It depends on how much time they were able to spend on it. That's just insane. I'm just amazed at what craftsmanship they have. And they start teaching the ladies how to do this stitching and how to do this work and how to make their own clothing, at age 5, 6 years old onward. And if they are unable to make these products, make these clothing, then they cannot get married and they wouldn't be able to provide for their husband these outfits that they wear. Their cultural outfits, their cultural display of themselves, of who they are, wearing the garments that they do wear. And so the ladies need to know how to make these, otherwise a man will not choose that woman to marry her because she wouldn't be able to provide clothing for him. They make all their own clothing, which is phenomenal. It's just amazing. They do buy some products, but majority of everything they wear is handmade by the ladies. This right here, I bought this little bag here. This is made by machine. The design and everything is literally made with a machine that they stitch, but using a machine. And so the opposite here is all this here is hand stitched. You can see how fine that is. All of that is hand stitched. So this might take them from, processing it from the hemp itself, the hemp plant, into turning it into thread and then dyeing it the colors that they want. And all the thread that they use is dyed as well. And all the dye they use is from the jungle. So nothing is store-bought. Everything except for the zippers, etc., the zipper portion here. But they make their own thread. They dye their own thread. And they make their own hemp fabric from the hemp plant itself. So this right here probably maybe have taken at least a month or so, or no, depends on how much time they have to put into it. But this might have taken a full week of working on this stitching every single day. So that was pretty amazing to see. These two little bags are batak. So it's made out of hemp, and the fabric is made out of hemp. And then they dye it indigo. But with this product, they have a process, and they create this design. I'm not really sure, I'd have to do some research, but batik is the process of making these designs. And this here, the raised green portion is stitched. And then they put a beeswax over it to seal the dye. And so this here is also the same product. It is batik, and I have to do some research on the whole process of that. Here we have a belt. It's a waist belt, and again, it is hand stitched. All of this is hand stitched. Quite amazing. These ladies are so crafty. It's beyond how crafty they are. So this here is a belt that I bought, and this bag right here is a combination of batik and also the stitched, hand-stitched material, and then also portions of machine stitched, but they do all this machine stitching as well. And this right here is just plain hemp fabric in which they dyed, but all of it is made out of hemp, and quite amazing. They lined it as well. There are some purses that they do not create linings for, and I'll show you that in a minute. So here is a bag. Here's a bag that they created with a machine. All this design here is done by a machine. And in here, they do not put a lining in this bag. They did put a lining on this side in order to create like a pocket. And that's the only reason they put the lining on this bag here. It's not the same as the other one that I have here. So yeah, it's quite amazing work that they do. It's phenomenal work that they do. I'm just amazed at how much effort and time that they take in order to make such an item. I'm just blown away of their craftsmanship. And here is another purse that had taken quite a bit of time, I imagine, because all of this is needlepoint work. Everything you see here is needlepoint work in which they have created these colored portions. And this bag here, of course, is lined as well, but it's a little different shape and a little different design, but it is quite phenomenal. I am just blown away by how crafty these women are. And then I bought a bunch of pillowcases. This here is completely hand stitched. This is all hand stitched, and this raised portion is all hand stitched. Again, the craftsmanship that they have in order to make a garment or a product is just amazing. This here is batik, so that they would dye the hemp, and then they would create these designs. And batik is the creation of these designs here. This is the back side, and it has a zipper. So I bought two. They are not exactly the same. Nothing will ever be exactly the same. The colors are different. This one is a deeper green than this here, because everything is handmade. Everything is hand dyed. All this thread is hand dyed. So It's not the same color as that green because they were made at different times, and it depends on how long that they soak or how often they soak the threads in the dye. Often they will soak it in the dye for a certain amount of time, take it out and let it dry, and then put it back into the mixture of dyed water, and then take it out again, let it dry, and then put it back in again to make it a deeper, richer color. And this right here, this green is just a little lighter, and this here is much darker. So the process is never the same. You're never gonna get two items that are exactly the same because everything is handmade. And this here, again, this is hand stitched. This is all hand stitched. It's just amazing. And this is hemp in which they created this fabric from the hemp plant. And again, on the back here, so I got two of these pillowcases, and yeah, they're absolutely beautiful. And then, of course, I got more because I couldn't leave some things behind. They're just too beautiful. And this here is also needlepoint work. All of this is needlepoint work. It's just amazing. These women are they have such craftsmanship. It's just beyond how they start learning how to make these at such an early age, at age 5, 6 years old. And like I said, they have to learn how to do it. Otherwise they won't get married. They'd be considered lazy, like the girl had said in the interview. But everything is hand stitched, phenomenally beautiful. I am just blown away how amazing the craftsmanship, the Hmong people have, just amazing craftsmanship. And those are the pillowcases, 6 of them, and 2 of each. And then I have some other items which are made of hemp and dyed colors. So this is a hemp scarf, or you could use it as a table runner as well. And the bluish, or black rather, the black coloring had been put into the dye really many different times in order to get it to this deep darker color. So this is hemp that they created from hemp plant, and then they made this garment as well. So yeah, you could use it as a table runner or a scarf. And then what they do is they seal it with beeswax. So they seal the hemp product with beeswax so that the colors will not bleed. Phenomenal. It's just amazing. And then here we have another garment, or a scarf rather. Have another scarf here. And this is, again, made of hemp, and it's a tie-dyed hemp fabric. And I really like this too. You'll never find any 2 items that are exactly the same because they can't reproduce it exactly the same. They're similar items, but they're not exactly the same. You won't find the same exact pattern or the same exact stitch. But this here is either a table runner or a scarf. It's just simply beautiful. I love it. And again, here is another item that is pretty similar. Let me see here if I could throw this out. So this right here is a very similar item as what I had just shown you. And this is a hemp item as well. I just love the feel of it. I love the fact that it's natural fabric and that they made the fabric from the hemp plant, from growing it to, harvesting it to turning it into thread. It's phenomenal how crafty they are. And then they tie-dyed this. I'm not sure how they did it, but it looks pretty amazing. They made an amazing design here. And everything is like, they know what they're doing. It's all, uniform in regard to the design, but nothing is exact, because it's all handmade. And then here we have, here it is. Here is a batik. Ooh, wrong side. Here's a batik runner or scarf. You could use it as a runner or a scarf. So with these designs, with these little designs that they have, they create these designs by using a tool. And I'm not really sure, I have to do my research on that, but they create these designs, trying to get the thread off. They create these designs, like this. So you see this here, this is different than what you see right here. You're not gonna see anything like repetitive because everything is done by hand. It is just phenomenal on what craftsmanship and what the work that they do, and the labor that it takes is quite labor intensive regarding time and effort and how they make this. And then this has a wax film on it, and I could use this as a table runner as well, or you could put it at the bottom of your bed, like so, over your quilt or what have you. But quite amazing. They're just amazing people, and I'm just blown away by their craftsmanship, their labor intensive work that they do, and how long it takes them to make an object, such as this bedspread, all hand stitched. And all the colors you see here are dyed, hand dyed from roots, herbs, and such that they find in the jungle. I am just amazed by the Hmong people and how crafty they are. So yeah, 1.2 million dong is $49. And if you tried to purchase this in America with somebody putting so much time and effort into something like this, it would be several $100s. Yeah. So for this entire haul, minus this scarf right here, and minus, which one is it? Oh, minus this purse right here, which is made by machine. All those colors are made by machine. So all that you see right here, everything that I showed you, cost $175. Just amazing. I love all this stuff, and I'm just, yeah, it's phenomenal how much effort and how much labor and work, time, and everything they put into making what they do make here in the Sapa area. But yeah, it's you can get a variety of things, but I really love it. I really love their work. Just amazing. This, of course, is purchased at the store. They put that, it's just a little bit of embellishment that they put on there because they wanted some little bit of shiny bling in a variety besides what they put on here, put the work here. And I do have to research batik because it's a whole process in itself, and I would like to learn more about it. So that's my haul from shopping today. So let me know what you think. And would you have spent, you know, $175 on all these items? And this right here was, okay, these two items cost 550,000 dong, which is maybe 20 some dollars, maybe $29 or something like that. Yeah, maybe $29 or something like that, but we shall see. So maybe 200 altogether. So 200 US dollars for all of this Hamong products that they made. Would you have purchased any of this or all of it as I did? I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm going to get this all home, because my suitcase is not going to fit at all. Oh, I forgot to show you. I still have more things to show you. Oh, I'm not done. Okay, so here we have a water bottle holder, a small water bottle holder. So this here is made by machine, but they had to make this design and they had to stitch it with the machine, creating this design in itself. It's not just, they don't just buy it from the store like this. They have to create it. So again, I bought a bigger water bottle holder, and this right here again is created by the machine. They use the machine, but they have to make the design themselves. It's not going to, they don't just buy this material and put it together. They still have to create the design, make all of this by using the machine, the sewing machine. So anyway, that's that. And then, of course, they also make animals. So this right here was 50,000 dong. It's a cat. It is just adorable. It's a little cat. And then I bought this right here, which is handmade as well. You could see the craftsmanship and the work in which they had to do to put this all together. I imagine it wasn't easy. It's all handmade. It's all put together handmade. And this, of course, is batik. It's made out of hemp, but the design itself is batik. And so, yeah, this is quite amazing. It's a handmade little stuffed elephant, and I love it. It's just so old as well. This little guy is quite old and handmade. I liked it because it was old. I didn't want to get everything brand spanking new. I wanted to get something a little old that had been not sold for, looks like, at least a decade or so, and kicking around their shop. But it's just adorable. And yeah, this here was material, of course, made by a machine. All this design stuff is made by a machine, but they had to make it. They had to create this with a machine, a sewing machine, with all the different colors and all their designs. And then they had to put this little guy together and create a little animal. And I got this elephant for myself. It's just so adorable. I love the fact that it's old and dirty. So yeah, it's all hand stitched. It's all, handmade. These guys are phenomenal and how they create their items and such. But I like this little dirty elephant. Okay, I think that is it. That's all the items that I bought for $200. So that included the animals and the water bottle holders. So let me know what you think. Would you have purchased all of this while shopping or walking around the Hamong villages, or would you just walk by and say, oh, that's really pretty, and then keep on going? because so many people do not purchase their items. But I love handmade products. I love quality products. And regardless, even though this is made by a machine, the design, they had to make that design with using the sewing machine. So, you know, it's, even though they say it's made by a machine, they had to make those stitches with that machine. So, as opposed to something like this, which is hand stitched. They do phenomenal work. I love everything about their products that they sell. So yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know what you liked, what you would not have purchased, or what you think about the product. Okay? This table runner or scarf, however you choose to use something like this, is not batik. It is hemp, dyed hemp, and then it's tie-dyed, but it's not batik. I may have called it batik earlier. It is not batik. This product right here is batik. This is a specific process that they use to create these designs by hand. I don't know how they do it, but it is not the same design, etc., as this right here. This is just tie-dyed hemp. This is batik, and it's a process in which they use a tool to create these designs. So just wanted to clarify that.